Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you are a fan of roller derby, especially here in Madison, you're going to be familiar with the Mad Rollin Dolls. So I'm excited to introduce Gaile, aka Splatter Alice, which you probably know her by, and Emily, aka Hammer Abby. So great to have you here.
Thanks you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And if you guys are following the Dolls, you'll know that they made an announcement fairly recently that you guys are looking for a home to hang your skates. And so I want to know about this search for a new venue. Tell me a little bit more.
Well, we've been looking for a venue, or at least had the idea for years.
Yeah.
Just having your own home is ideal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a lifelong, 14-year lifelong dream of the league to have our very own space.
Yeah.
And we also are a little bit growth restrained right now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the time and the space available to build on what we have already accomplished. So we want to grow a junior derby league for kids to participate in roller derby. We have an interest in men's roller derby in Madison, but we don't have the time or space available for that right now. So having a venue of our own provides more time and access to space to accomplish that. And it's a home for us. It's a place where we can have a home base and provide a lot more community access and more games per year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so it sounds like the things you're hoping to do with a new venue, it's going to be a pretty vast array of different things you'll be able to do in that facility. I know that you're thinking of maybe remodeling something existing or potentially creating something new.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are the two options we're looking at right now. We've got a couple things we can't really talk about publicly yet that we're working on behind the scenes. But yeah, there's some possibility of taking an existing space and just sort of tweaking it to make it work for us. And then we've also been talking to various places to see if we could just build something to suit.
Right.
But it would be a really big deal and a kind of a first. There aren't many places left in the country that are like specific roller derby facilities. There's only a couple other leagues that have pulled it off. So this would be a really big deal.
Really exciting. For finding an existing space, one of the restrictions we have is we need a certain amount of square footage that's clear span with no poles. But in Wisconsin, you have snow. So they need to be, buildings need to be a little bit of snow, need to be load bearing. And so we've struggled finding a space that has that clear view and that availability for our track.
So what would a new venue really mean to the community here? Because the Mad Rollin Dolls, it is a sport, but I think it means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, so I like to joke that we were a community that created a sport for ourselves rather than the other way around. And so Splatter Alice already mentioned that we really want to start like a junior derby program, and this is one of our big motivating sort of mission statement parts of being a nonprofit now is the education and outreach and leadership capacity building. So junior derby fits into that in so many ways, and junior derby is a really big part of how roller derby leagues across the world are really growing their ranks and just really expanding the community, because you bring in kids and you bring in their parents, but it's just really awesome. Most junior derby is co-ed, it's all gender, so it's a really awesome opportunity to bring in young kids as young as 8, and you don't start them like with the hitting right away. You teach them skate skills, and they sort of do positional stuff on the track, and it's such a great opportunity to learn a sport in this really supportive, collaborative environment where you just get used to working with different kinds of people. It's not so much about the hardcore competition and screaming at your kids for scoring points. It's this really lovely, it's such a wonderful way to introduce physical activity,
a confidence builder,
leadership builder for kids who maybe don't normally feel like they fit into like PE classes and things like that.
Or traditional sports.
Yeah, it's such a great community building thing and a confidence builder for so many different kinds of kids. So I'm super, super stoked on the idea that we could finally have junior derby. We just need the space and the time to do it.
Right. So what opportunity does the community have, your fans, people who love having you here, to help you on this journey?
Well, first, we need everybody to continue coming to our games. So with our own facility, we will be able to host so many more games in a year. Right now, we are down to a 5-game home season. But if we have a facility, we could go up to, a game a month or more. So obviously, keep coming to our games. We are searching for, obviously, donations. We are a nonprofit, so we accept charitable donations, which are a tax incentive for some. But it also sort of, I like to say that by playing our sport and selling tickets, we kind of funnel entertainment money into community because we give proceeds from every game to different charities. So we'd be able to increase our charities to 12 a year or more versus just the 5 now for every game that we hold.
Well, and we've got games coming up, but we should mention on April 7th is our semifinals game.
Yes, semifinals.
Yep, and then later in April, we have our championship game as well. And you can get all the dates and all the information at madisonrollerderby.org, including a button that you can hit that says donate on it. So if you want to give money that way.
And we have a tournament coming up.
Oh, we do? That's important to mention,
It's very important. Our Rollin Dolls is hosting Utter Chaos. It's one of the
yes, it is a cow pun.
It is a cow pun. We have lots of cow puns. Is it 18th? The weekend of the 18th
through 20th. Yeah, we'll be at the Hartmeyer Ice Arena in Madison for 3 days, and we've got teams coming from all over the country to compete at sort of the highest level of roller derby. So
it's going to be incredible.
Yeah. We're so lucky to have you here in Madison and the Mad Rollin Dolls. So again, come to the games, head to the website, super easy GoFundMe page. Be sure to click on that, help them find a home to hang their skates. Again, Gaile, Splatter, Alice, and Emily, aka Hammer Abby. Thank you so much for being here.
Great
to have you. And thank you to all of my guests today, and thank you for watching. And you can find us next time right here on Talk of the Town, only on Wisconsin's 57.